The Boston Celtics, they just advanced. They swept the Sixers. And look, Gordon Hayward is going to be out for the entire series most likely. So what is this going to mean for the Celtics that Gordon Hayward is out? What do you think that it impacts them? Do you think that now they lose to the Raptors? What's your take on it?
Do I need to say much? Look at the numbers. Clearly, Gordon Hayward.
Say the numbers because I don't think they could look at the numbers.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be blurry a little bit.
Well,
but the listeners on
the floor, he's clearly makes them better, and off the floor, they're clearly not. They're good, but they're not as good with him. And Gordon Hayward is needed for Boston. He's fits that wing tandem that they have with Brown, Tatum, and him. And he's going to need that. They're going to need him for Toronto. They really need him for Toronto because Toronto is very wing heavy. So I think they're going to really have trouble without him. But I think they can still get it done. It's just going to be really, really difficult without Gordon Hayward. He could shoot. He could pass. He can defend. He can get players open. He could play 1 through 4. He can do a lot of things on the court. So you're missing a guy that can shoot, that can pass, that can create the offense, get people going, play 1 through 4, can play defense. Not the best defender, but can play defense. So I think it's going to be rough. It's also going to put more attention on Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. So now you don't have to worry about Gordon Hayward. He's not going to be there. Kemba, now they're going to have to step up even more. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are going to have to really kick up. Not to mention Marcus Smart, Grant Williams, those guys on the bench are going to have to really turn it up now that Gordon Hayward isn't playing.
God damn, you could write a book with that analysis. Holy shit.
My bad,
I feel like that shit went on for like 5
I feel like this is going to be the series. Like, this is going to be the series right here.
When's the series you got coming out the East?
I think just right here because the Bucks look
games?
panicking. I think the series goes 6 or 7. Regardless, I think
7.
Boston wins, but 6 or 7.
Yeah, I got.
Wait, David, you got Boston winning? Or you got Toronto?
I got Boston winning. I feel like Tatum, Brown, Kemba. I feel like those guys, like Riv said, the bench has to step up for them. The bench has to play a huge role in Boston beating Toronto because Toronto is very defensive, like fundamentally sound. Like they play really great defense, in my opinion.
Yep.
And they're deep.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they're very deep at almost like every position. I feel like Boston their bench has to step up big. Like their bench has to produce like Greg Williams, like Marcus Smart has to step up huge.
Now Marcus Smart is probably going to start too.
But what is this, Riv? Like I know that you just recently said that Chris Middleton is better than Jason Tatum. Mm-hmm. So are you taking that back now, or do you feel like that still holds true?
Never debate. Yeah, that's really never. Like I feel like Jason Tatum is.
Stop talking. What makes it not a debate?
Jason Tatum's way better than him in every aspect of basketball.
Name it.
He's a better scorer. I take him as a better defender, better rebounder. He's just a better 3-level. He's not. He might not be a better shooter, which he's not. But in every aspect of basketball, getting to the attack.
So he's not a better shooter, but in every aspect of basketball, he's better. That doesn't make sense.
Because he can shoot threes, he can shoot the mid range, he can go to the basket. What do you mean? Can Chris Middleton do that?
Yes, you don't watch the Bucks play, bro. He can do that.
What is he doing this series, bro? I heard he's playing really bad.
Okay, he's having a bad series. It happens.
Like people laugh at Chris Middleton being a second option, bro.
Bro, just last year, Jason Tatum put up 4 points and then 5 points in the first 2 games. Stop acting like that man never had bad games, bro.
Like he has dominated before in the postseason too.
Dominated?
Rookie year. What are you talking about?
You're acting like Chris
the only reason you have Boston winning is because of Jason Tatum.
No,
you need him to play well. Like you need him to. So play why do you think Boston? Like why do you think Boston wins this series? Like
Kemba, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Oh, and Hayward. But Hayward's not playing.
Who's the most important role in that series?
But yeah, like who's?
I feel like Jaylen Brown's gonna have the most important role.
Jason Tatum, bro.
Why I say that? Jaylen Brown's their best defender. Well, besides Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown is their best defender. He's for the starters. He's their best 2-way player because he can defend better than the starting lineup. If I'm Brad Stevens, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to assume Jaylen Brown's going to be tasked with guarding Pascal to take some of the defensive role off Jason Tatum. And that's where it's going to be. He's going to have the role of stopping Pascal, who's Toronto's best player. And Pascal's going to probably be guarding Jason Tatum. And what Joel Game told us a few weeks ago is Jason Tatum actually struggles against Toronto, right?
Nah, he does.
Yeah, he struggles against Toronto.
I mean, he struggles against every single top Eastern Conference team.
Oh, yeah, that helps your argument so much.
Well, Chris Middleton might struggle too, though.
Yeah,
he's struggling against Orlando.
that is bad. But so I think Jaylen Brown's gonna have probably the most important role because he's gonna have to be at his best. Jason Tatum may dominate the series, but if Jaylen Brown and Kemba don't come to play, it's not going to matter because he's going to need them.
About Jason Tatum if he doesn't come to play either. You can say that about anybody.
No, but
if one or two of them don't have a good series, then yeah, they're gonna lose.
Yeah, I feel like Jason Tatum could have
I got a question on the side though. My fault. Is Kyle Lowry playing this series? Because I know he twisted the hell out of his ankle really bad against the Nets, and he left the arena. I don't know. If
I
he's
think
gonna
they
play.
underwent an MRI. I'm not sure if it's.
If he
back
doesn't
yet, though.
play game 1 or game 2, they're gonna lose.
It's even though because they don't have Hayward.
I mean, I think
Kyle Lowry is way
No,
more.
he is more important, but they're
he's-
both missing important pieces
Kyle
in
Lowry
their
is way
game.
more
catalyst.
Yeah,
to
but
that
they're
team.
both
Like,
missing
he's the
important
catalyst.
But one
pieces.
is a point guard,
Guard.
one is a forward. There's a
Like
difference.
Kyle Lowry is like
The forward is the most important position on the court.
Jason Tatum's
Nah,
a forward.
I don't
he's
agree
the
with that.
He's the best forward.
Jason Tatum is the best forward. That doesn't mean Gordon Hayward's not more
No, I
important.
never said Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward is the what? Third best forward on Boston.
Yeah.
If it was Jason Tatum, I'd say it's kind of even.
Oh yeah.
But-
I mean, I feel like
Bad.
it's still
Yeah.
you're
Even-
both still losing key pieces. Kyle Lowry is
But
more
Kyle-
important, absolutely, but you're
Yeah.
still losing an important part of your offense and
No, I mean,
your
I'm not,
defense.
I mean, you see the
But I don't
numbers right
know.
there. I'm not going to argue that he's not an important piece, but if Kyle Lowry is not present in that series, they really could lose. Like
they could
first-
lose with him.
They could.
Yep.
They're going to lose exactly. Imagine them without him. If you think they could lose with him,
I think
He's
they could
their
right the
second best
ship.
player.
I think they
you think so?
yeah. I think they can right the ship.
Like without
Considering
Kyle-
how if we go in our first rounds, how Fred VanVleet was just wilder.
Oh yeah, he
I-
well
and they have depth. Norman Powell, Terrence Davis. I think Kyle Lowry's gonna definitely, not saying he's not gonna be missed. He's gonna be missed.
Yeah, he
but I
is.
think how deep Toronto is and how great of a coach Nick Nurse is,
Nick Nurse is a
I
good coach.
I
Coach of
would
the year.
I would put my trust in Nick Nurse that he could figure out figure it out and still get the W.
I have Toronto winning the series.
how
I
many
think they
games?
win.
How many games?
I think this series goes to 7, man.
So
I think it's going
I
to
got
7.
Boston.
going all the way.
Yeah, I think it's
Boston.
going to 7. Toronto's too tough of a team to lose in 5,
No, yeah, I don't think either
like,
team
or
loses in
maybe
5.
6. Like I think they're just so
They just-
well coached.
I don't think
It
either
goes
team
to
loses
seven.
in
They're
5.
just really good defensively, bro. Like,
Yeah, bro, that's
they're
really
just
what it
really
is.
good. Like Kyle Lowry, Van Vliet, good defensive backcourt, even though they give some size. You got OG Anunoby, good. Pascal Siakam's a defender. You think Marc Gasol is an elite defender? I beg to differ, but I think he's a good defender.
I think
Serge
Pascal.
Ibaka, there's
I think
two.
Pascal takes the leap this series.
Yeah,
He has to.
I think he has to.
He has to.
I think.
I mean,
But
against
I-
Brooklyn,
I don't think he necessarily has
I
to.
mean, let's be real. Against Brooklyn, he's not gonna. He's
No,
not
we're not-
trying.
I'm
He's
not,
not trying
yeah,
against
but-
them. But
But,
like,
like,
this
I don't think he
series, they need
necessarily
him, though.
has to though,
Why doesn't he have
because
to?
they're so deep. They
But,
don't
like-
need. They don't need him to be a superstar
Like,
player
like,
this series.
I like Norman Powell had a good, but I like this is Boston we're talking
Yeah.
about. Boston's a really well coached team too, a really good defensive team. So Pascal Siakam, if he doesn't come to play, I don't see them winning.
I feel like as long as he,
he's got to play,
if he doesn't show up, as long as he,
affects the game
does the little
defensively?
things.
no, as long as he denies Tatum
Okay.
his breakout, and then he'll be okay. If he doesn't break out, he has to at least
Play defense.
make sure Tatum doesn't break out. He has to play
That's
on the
tough.
same playing
That's
level.
really tough to do.
It's easier said than done because
Same thing with Pascal. Pascal's not an easy guy to guard either.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with Riv though. They just have so much depth. Like you don't need Siakam to score 30
No,
because everybody's going to score on Toronto. I think what
yeah.
wins them the series is just their defense.
Yeah,
Because
stops in the fourth.
Boston has to hit jump shots to win this series. They're not going to be able to drive into the paint with those guys, Marc Gasol, Ibaka. They're not going to be able to drive into the paint that easy.
Kemba Walker has to really play.
Those are
good.
good.
Kemba, I feel like
Kemba Walker
has
really
to
the
step
X
up
factor
big.
of this series.
That's
He has
true.
to-
Boston
he
Boston
gets
has shot
forgotten.
makers though.
He does get
Kemba
forgotten.
gets forgotten within Boston system.
Kemba can give you a 20, 21, 22 points per game. They need that because, like I said,
Consistently.
Toronto Toronto plays defense. You got two dogs back
So
there.
who
in
will
the
be
back that will play
starting for
defense.
Kyle Lowry if he's not playing first game?
Fred VanVleet,
Norman
Norman
Powell.
Powell,
Oh, so Norman's gonna play the two.
Norman's
Anunoby,
pretty good.
Anunoby, whatever.
I don't know.
Anunoby, yeah.
He's gonna play the three.
Ibaka or Marc Gasol. No, Siakam, yeah. Siakam and
and Marc
Ibaka or
Gasol.
Siakam and Marc Gasol.
That's
a
I
lot
think
of
they
good
could probably
defense.
go Ibaka. I don't think they need Marc Gasol for this series.
No, like I think this could go to 7 just because Toronto's gonna hang in defensively. Like they're just
They're both really good defensive.
Yeah, I know. If
teams.
you can't like
But Toronto, I think, is
No, Toronto's
elite.
better. Yeah, Toronto's an
Elite.
elite.
It's an elite
But
defensive team.
Boston is no slouch either.
Oh no,
Boston
not
can
for
play
sure.
deep.
Not for
I think
sure.
Boston was a top 5 defense.
I think
this year.
yeah, Toronto is elite all season, but honestly, when it comes to the playoffs, you got to toss that aside because any team can play elite defense on any given night. So I think coming into this series,
I just got money on Toronto playing defense elite every night.
I just feel like
coming in on this series, Joel, I agree with Joel. Boston's gonna have to make some shots, but they have shot makers that
Boston?
make. Yeah, they
of
have
course.
shot makers. So I think it's gonna come down to the fourth quarter. Coach adjustments. Who's gonna come up clutch and make the big shots?
Boston's big man.
I would
that's-
say
that's
who,
their weakest link of
who
their-
is
their
Boston's
starting
big
five.
man? Like besides
Daniel
Cancer,
Tice.
like
Daniel
Adam
Tice.
Tice. And
he can play
Cancer.
D.
Daniel
But
Tice.
still, but like,
He's
I think
undersized.
Robert Williams is healthy.
He's undersized. Robert Williams, to me, he's all right. He's just too raw for me.
But to me, like, I feel like Ibaka is going to do a big, like, it's going to do a
He's gonna
difference
stretch the
maker.
floor,
Yeah,
block
stretch
shots.
the floor,
He still
grab
got it.
rebounds on both ends of the court. So I feel like that would make a big difference in my opinion, of what's going to happen.
Nah,
The Celtics play small ball with Grant Williams. I don't think Robert Williams. I think it's Grant
Grant.
Williams from Tennessee, I believe.
I think because Robert was hurt a lot of the years, but yeah,
Yeah.
they're both small relatively. Robert Williams like 6'8", he just has long wingspan, and Grant Williams is like 6'6", bro. He's like they play really small, and Daniel Tice is only like 6'8"
6'9".
too.
He's 6'9".
Yeah, so they play really small, but they all play defense for big men. They all play really good Ds. So
I think Pascal's gonna have his way this series though.
That's gonna be
food.
food. Who?
Pascal's gonna whoever's guarding him, bro. He's way.
Jaylen Brown is not food.
For Pascal,
Jaylen Brown is
how
not
tall
food.
is Jaylen Brown?
6'7".
Pascal's what 6'9", 6'10"? He's gonna
He's
post him
skinny,
up the
though.
entire series.
You-
I'm telling you how
He's gonna post up. Jaylen Brown is stronger than Pascal.
Siakam posts up, bro. That's
I
his
don't.
game. That's where
I'm
he gets all
not.
his
I
scoring
would
from.
never
Look,
say Jaylen Brown is food.
He's not
I
food,
don't know about
but-
all right,
food.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
That's extreme. I don't.
And it, like, in the
you know what
play-
food is like that?
Right, like,
that's a bucket every
But
time.
you think that Jaylen Brown is going to guard Siakam the whole
Yeah, that's
series?
what I'm
I
saying.
don't think.
I don't
he's
think
gonna do that.
him or Tatum is food though. Like, do you know what food is? Like,
yeah,
that's
food is
a bucket every time.
possession,
I don't know.
touch the court.
I wouldn't say like he's
See,
gonna,
Pascal
I
draws
thought-
a lot of fouls too, bro. I'm telling you.
See, when he mentioned Siakam, I thought he was kind of, going along the lines of Adam Tice and those guys, because that is food.
no, those are food.
not
But,
like-
but he said
Daniel-
whoever's guarding him is going to be food.
I think it is.
I don't think the wings
Pascal
are
is just
necessarily
that
food.
good.
I even think personally, if you throw Marcus Smart on him, it's still not food. Honestly,
Marcus Smart is
He's
the
good.
defender.
that's what I'm saying. I even think if you throw Smart on him, it's still nowhere near food.
I still think
Obviously,
he'll
you
get
get
bucks
the
on Smart, though.
switches
He's small.
on the bigs. Yeah, food. Okay, yeah, the bigs. But if you talk about them wings,
Look, what Boston has to do, it's harder said than done, but you'd rather Pascal Siakam take a jumper than get in the paint, because his jump shot, even though it's like it's not
I thought he
not
could shoot.
anything. It's okay, it's not bad, but you want him to shoot. You don't want him to go back you down in the post. That's his game.
Hell
If
no,
I'm-
I wouldn't want Pascal to shoot.
Are you
Why?
serious?
He's
Did you
like-
not watch
shoots like
that? Did you not watch
37%.
that last Brooklyn series? Yeah, he shoots that. He shoots that when he's wide open. You give him a little space, you let him take up
no
for a
offense,
long
no
mid-range
offense
and
to
all that.
Brooklyn, you have no defenders.
No, that's
I'll
what
be
I'm saying.
honest
He
with
still
you.
wasn't killing us. We were just allowing him to shoot.
I'll be honest
he
with
had
you,
a couple
bro.
good games.
I did not watch one game of that Brooklyn series, bro.
Yeah, me either.
I'll be honest with you.
I don't.
I ain't watching
Nah,
one
no
game of
offense.
that.
Nah,
It was too early, bro. Right when I wake up, it's on.
Bro,
I'm like,
stop
oh
being
man,
nice,
Brooklyn's
bro. It was
playing.
Nah,
It
it
was
was
a lopsided series,
I'll be
bro.
honest,
Yeah.
it is
It
lopsided.
was a lopsided series. Brought a B team out there. But I mean, look, I'd rather Pascal shoot than get to the basket. That's me.
I mean, if you're a lead defender, you're an elite defender. If you're a great defender, you're a great
Brooklyn
defender.
games be on at 10 a.m. on the West Coast.
I'm not watching them
Should be
play. No
early
offense.
as
Their
hell.
team is
1 o'clock.
They have
It's
12
terrible,
people.
bro.
They have
I was working every time.
They have
It was
50 players on the inactive. There's no need to watch them, bro. Like,